3.5-inch display screen with a resolution of 640*480. Quad-core ARM Cortex A9 processor. Supports external OTG gamepad, HDMI high-definition video output, vibration function, and 5 hours of battery life.
This is an emulator that can be run. Front-facing directional buttons, menu, select, start, ABXY buttons. Left side volume buttons, back buttons L1R1, L2R2, 6 hex screws, game console information sticker. Right side power switch, restart switch, TF memory card expansion slot. Top HDMI output port, power indicator light. Bottom charging port, headphone jack. The original system menu settings are simple and user-friendly. Tekken 3 can definitely be considered the most classic installment, and it laid a solid foundation for the sequels that followed. Not only did it receive countless accolades, it also held an irreplaceable position in the hearts of gamers. It was also the last installment of the Tekken series on the PlayStation platform, and has never fallen out of any list of the best PlayStation games in history. Therefore, it represents the arrival of the true era of 3D fighting games. Crash Bandicoot is a classic action-adventure game on the PlayStation. With its 3D graphics, cartoonish style, and smooth gameplay, it features cleverly designed levels with plenty of hidden secrets, providing players with an exciting and enjoyable gaming experience. The game is easy to pick up, with simple controls that emphasize skill and complex details, making it a satisfying action game.
Crash. Why must you always muck in my mud? Oh, look, I have a mask helping me, too. We will find out which one is more powerful soon enough.
The game has added a leveling and equipment system, which adds RPG elements to the game. Players no longer need to calculate how many hits it takes to kill a skeleton soldier in a simple ACT style. Instead, with different weapons and props, they have a variety of ways to fight monsters. In addition, the game has added an element of farming, which exponentially increases the player's motivation to play. Players who are not good at action can rely on farming to obtain some IMBA weapons, such as the vacuum blade, then level up to make the game easier, so they will not feel too frustrated and can continue to play. On the other hand, skilled players who pursue the ultimate challenge can still find the feel of ACT. As for the music, it seems needless to say. The song, Lost Colors watercolor painting, is still regarded as a masterpiece, not to mention the ending Ed, I Am the Wind.
スの正義なのだからな。それはお前の勝手な言い草だ。人々は同じ信念のもとで求め合い、集い、そして歩んでいく。だが、現に人間どもは欲望によって発展し、信仰によって統率されてきたではないか。人間は力だけでは統率できない。敬い、慈しむ心があるからこそ統率ができるのだ。くだらん。どちらが正しいか、死をもって分からせてやる。
This is Chopper Delta, preparing to drop off at area E95070.
The best Resident Evil game on PS runs smoothly on emulators, but the overall operation is not easy, and it's tortuous to play without a joystick controller. The overall system is more excellent, with significant improvements in both the game's overall logic and the classification of levels. The boss battles are more reasonable, and the gem collection is more challenging, with more action designs, making the game more versatile. Konami successfully created a unique and oppressive atmosphere in the game, bringing players a whole new gaming experience. Combined with the game's high quality, it has achieved great success and has had an extremely important influence on the subsequent sequels of Silent Hill.
Cheryl? Is that Cheryl? Where are you going? Hey, wait! Stop!
The game's difficulty is extremely high, and the lack of a map display in the game is the most challenging aspect. Players often don't know where they need to climb, which adds to the game's realism and adventure feel. It is considered a must-play for fans of challenging adventure games from that era. The message, "No controller," indicates that the game cannot detect a game controller and cannot be started without one.
What's a man gotta do to get that kind of attention from you?
It's hard to say exactly, but you seem to be doing fine.
Well, great. Though truth is, it ain't me that wants you.
No?
No, Miss Jacqueline Napa does. I'm from Napa Technologies. You know, creator of all things bright and beautiful.
Seal it, Larson. Feast your eyes on this, Laura. How does that make your wallet rumble? I'm sorry. I only play for sport. Then you'll like a big park. Peru. Vast mountain ranges to cover. Sheer walls of ice. Rocky crags. Savage winds. And there's this little trinket. An age-old artifact of mystical powers buried in the unfound tomb of Koala. That's my interest. You could leave tomorrow. Are you busy tomorrow?
The game style based on assassination and infiltration gives players a refreshing feeling. Players can choose between two ninja characters, Rikamaru and Ayame, to not only carry out righteous actions but also to confront the dark forces led by Lord Mayo as the story unfolds. The game introduces the stealth kill system, which allows players to execute a variety of assassination animations with close-up camera shots, making the game highly entertaining. The music in the game is top-notch and greatly enhances the atmosphere. However, the game's controls are relatively stiff and can easily make battles difficult for players. It's unbearable without a joystick.
I don't know what happened.
Barry! Where's Barry? Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
No. What is that?
I'll go and check. Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of an emergency.
When it comes to survival horror
Chris?
games, one can't help but think of Resident Evil. Going back to 1996, Capcom brought to PlayStation players a mansion resembling a labyrinth, but infested with zombies who could devour living humans, zombie dogs who could smash windows, and bioweapons mutated killers. Resident Evil cleverly combines elements of action, exploration, and resource management, and seizes every opportunity to make players feel scared and nervous, thus creating a completely new game genre. The game features a large number of characters from manga and video games, but their character designs are too ugly to be acceptable. However, this fighting game, which has been around for over a decade, has boldly innovated its two-player fighting mode in this installment, which is a gratifying development.